My beloved child, I have seen the tears you cried into your pillow when the world was asleep, the ones you hid because you were taught that your vulnerability was a burden. I was there in the silence of that hallway when you reached for a hand that was not there, and I am here now in the very marrow of your bones, whispering the truth that your heart has been starving to hear. You are wanted, you are cherished, and you are never, ever alone. I am stepping into the empty spaces left by those who were supposed to protect you but failed. I am the father who never leaves and the mother whose warmth never chills. The wound you carry, that deep, aching sense that you must earn your right to exist, or that safety, is a luxury you cannot afford, is being touched by my light this very moment. You have spent so long bracing for impact, waiting for the other shoe to drop, and measuring your worth by the metrics of a broken world. You worry about the gold in your purse and the roof over your head because the people who were meant to be your foundation were like shifting sand. But I am the rock. I am the source from which all abundance flows, and I tell you today that your struggle is coming to an end. The financial anxiety that keeps you awake at night is a ghost of a past that no longer owns you. I am opening doors that no man can shut, and I am providing for you not because you have worked yourself to exhaustion, but because you are my heir. Every lack you experienced in your youth was a lie told to you by circumstance. The truth is that you are a child of the King of the universe. I am healing the fractures in your soul where rejection took root. I am pulling out the thorns of not enough and too much that were planted in your garden by hands that did not know how to love. I see you standing in the middle of your life, feeling like an orphan even in a crowd, but I am wrapping my arms around your spirit and pulling you into the center of my heart. This is the hour of your restoration. The miracles you have been praying for are not delayed. They were being prepared in the secret place, timed perfectly for this moment when your heart is finally ready to let go of the old pain. You do not have to perform for me. You do not have to be perfect to be protected. Your value is intrinsic, woven into your DNA by my own fingers. I am moving through your bank accounts, your relationships, and your physical body, bringing a wholeness that defies human logic. If your father turned away, I am looking you in the eye with a pride that shakes the heavens. If your mother's love was conditional or absent, I am nurturing you with a grace that has no end. You are not a mistake of biology or a victim of timing. You are a deliberate creation of my infinite will. Let the tension leave your shoulders. Let the breath return to your lungs. I am clearing the path ahead of you, removing the obstacles that were placed there by the generational shadows of those who came before you. You are the one who breaks the cycle. You are the one who walks into the light. I am pouring out a blessing so significant that it will wash away the memory of the years the locusts have eaten. Trust me with your tomorrow, for I am already there, arranging every detail for your good. Your loneliness is being replaced by a divine companionship that will never fail you. You are my masterpiece, and I am not finished showing the world how much I love you. Rest now, my child, in the certainty that you are provided for, protected, and profoundly loved. The miracle is not just coming, it is here, and it is you. I am rewriting the script of your life, erasing the chapters written in ink of sorrow, and replacement them with golden threads of purpose. Your future will not look like your past because I am the one holding the pen now. Do not listen to the whispers of the enemy that say you are unworthy of the blessings arriving at your door. Those whispers are echoes of old voices that never knew the magnitude of my grace. I am your true parent, the one who saw you before you were formed in the womb, and I have never once looked away from you with anything but total adoration. Every financial hurdle, every sleepless night of worry, and every moment of feeling abandoned is being swallowed up in the victory of my presence. You are entering a season of ease, where the things you used to fight for will now flow toward you as naturally as a river to the sea. This is my promise to you, sealed with the power of my eternal word. Walk in peace, for you are home. I am reaching back into the specific moments that left scars on your young heart, the times when you were a child looking for a reflection of your worth in eyes that were too busy, too cold, or too broken to see you. I saw you standing in the hallway, holding your breath, trying to be small so you wouldn't be a burden, or trying to be perfect so you would finally be noticed. Those patterns of seeking approval have followed you into your adulthood, into your relationships, and into the way you view your own success. But I am here to tell you that the debt is paid. You no longer owe the past your peace. I am stepping into those hollow spaces where a father's strength should have been or a mother's tenderness was missing. I am filling those gaps with a substance that the world cannot take away. When you look in the mirror and see their features, do not see a legacy of pain. See instead the canvas upon which I am painting a new story. I am healing the cellular memory of rejection. Every time you felt like you had to perform to be loved, I was there, whispering that you were already enough. I am looking at the moments when you were told you were too much or not enough, and I am striking those lies from the record of your soul. I am your father who never leaves, your mother who never forgets. I am the one who noticed the quiet tears you shed into your pillow, the ones you thought went unseen. I have bottled every single one of them, and I am turning that salt into a sea of grace. Think of the house you grew up in, the one where the atmosphere felt like walking on eggshells. I am taking you out of that house and placing you in a mansion of my favor, where the floors are solid and the walls are made of my protection. You can exhale now. You don't have to perform anymore. Your career is not a measure of your value to me. It is simply a playground where we work together. Your bank account is not a reflection of my love. My love is the source that will always keep it full. I am healing the way you perceive authority, the way you fear disappointment, and the way you hold onto anxiety like a shield. Let it go. I am replacing the spirit of heaviness with a garment of praise. I am even reaching into your physical body, into the places where you have carried the stress of their expectations, the tension in your shoulders, the tightness in your chest. I am breathing my life into those areas. You are being reconstructed from the inside out. I am bringing people into your life who will be spiritual parents and chosen family, ones who will mirror my unconditional love for you. They will be the tangible hands and feet of the healing I am doing in the secret places of your heart. I am restoring your childhood curiosity, the joy that was stolen by having to grow up too fast. You can be a child again in my arms. I am the God of the second chance, the third chance, the infinite chance. I am watching over your finances, ensuring that the lack your parents feared will never be your portion. I am opening doors that no man can shut, doors that lead to a life of abundance you never thought possible. You are not a victim of your lineage. You are the pioneer of a new legacy. Through you, the cycle of dysfunction stops. Through you, a new line of blessing begins. Your children and your children's children will walk in the freedom you are claiming right now. I am proud of you, not for what you do, but for who you are. I see the courage it takes to heal, the bravery it takes to trust me when you've been let down by those who were supposed to protect you. I am your shield. I am your exceedingly great reward. We are going to go deeper into this healing, into the roots of the bitterness that tried to take hold. I am pulling those roots out and planting seeds of joy that will bloom even in the winter seasons. You are entering a time of supernatural restoration where everything that was stolen, time, confidence, resources, is being returned to you sevenfold. Rest in this. Let my words wash over you like a warm rain, soaking into the dry soil of your spirit. You are not alone, and you are not forgotten. I am here, and I am making all things new. I am walking with you through the corridors of your memory, stopping at the doors you locked long ago because it was too painful to look inside. We are opening them together, and where you expected to find shadows, I am pouring my blinding, restorative light. Do you remember the silence at the dinner table? The words that felt like sharp stones? I am taking those stones and building an altar where you will encounter my peace. I am erasing the should-haves and could-haves that haunt your late-night thoughts. The years you spent trying to earn a love that was meant to be free were not wasted, for I have redeemed them. I am the God who restores the years the locusts have eaten, the years of stunted growth, the years of hidden potential, the years of quiet despair. I am multiplying your time now. What others took decades to achieve, I will bring to you in moments of divine acceleration. I am looking at your hands, and I am clearing away the residue of the heavy burdens you carried for people who were supposed to carry you. You were never meant to be the emotional anchor for your parents. You were meant to be the child. I am assuming the role of anchor now. You can let go of the responsibility for their happiness, their choices, and their failures. They are in my hands, and you are in my heart. I am healing the orphan spirit that tells you that if you don't do it yourself, it won't get done. I am your provider. I am orchestrating the moves of people you haven't even met yet to bring you the breakthrough you need. Your bank account will tell the story of my faithfulness, not the story of your struggle. Your health will reflect the vibrancy of my spirit, not the exhaustion of your past. I am rewriting the very blueprint of your identity. You are no longer the rejected one, the invisible one, or the disappointment. You are the beloved. You are the chosen. You are the jewel of my kingdom. I am putting a new song in your mouth, a song of deliverance that will break the chains of those around you. When you walk into a room, the atmosphere will change because you carry the presence of a child who knows they are loved by the King. I am refining your discernment so you can see the traps of the enemy from a distance and walk around them with ease. I am giving you a yes that carries weight and a no that is backed by my authority. Your future is not a scary mystery. It is a prepared place. I am already in your next month, your next year, your next decade, setting things in order. I am removing the thorns of resentment from your heart, one by one. It might sting for a moment, but it is the sting of surgery that saves a life. I am replacing that resentment with a supernatural empathy, not to excuse what happened, but to release you from the prison of it. You are becoming a conduit of my healing for others, but first, let me finish the work in you. I am tucking you into the secret place of the Most High. There is a deep, resonant frequency of love that I am tuning your heart to right now. It is the sound of home. It is the sound of belonging. Every time you feel that old, familiar pull of inadequacy, I want you to stop and listen for my voice. I am saying, "This is my child, in whom I am well pleased." I am speaking over your finances again, for I know the anxiety that roots itself in the fear of lack. I am the owner of the cattle on 1,000 hills. I am the one who fed the 5,000 with a boy's lunch. I will do the same with your small beginnings. I am enlarging your territory, giving you influence and favor in rooms you never thought you belonged in. Why? Because you belong to me. I am healing the wound of the missing father by being the father who is always present, always protective, and always proud. I am healing the wound of the conditional mother by being the source of love that requires no performance, only presence. We are just beginning this journey of total restoration. Do not be afraid of the depths we are traveling to, for my love is deeper still. You are safe. You are held. You are becoming who you were always meant to be before the world tried to tell you otherwise. Stay here with me in this stillness. Let the warmth of my presence melt away the last remnants of the winter you have lived in for so long. Spring is not just a season for you, it is your new reality. Can you feel the shift in the atmosphere of your mind? I am walking with you through the corridors of your earliest memories, those rooms you locked away because the air was too thin to breathe. I see the child who learned to read the weather of a parent's face before they even learned to read a book. I see the little one who became a sentinel, watching for the signs of a storm, wondering if their presence was a burden or a blessing. I am here to tell you, you were never the burden. You were the gift they did not know how to carry. I am placing my hands over those places where you felt you had to grow up too fast. I am giving you back your stolen childhood. I am the father who does not just watch from a distance with a list of expectations, but the one who sits on the floor with you, delighting in your discovery. I am the mother who does not need you to be her strength, but provides the strength that allows you to be soft. Softness is not weakness, my love. It is the state of a heart that is no longer in survival mode. Let us look at your hands. For years they have been clenched, even in your sleep. You have been holding on to the edges of your life, afraid that if you let go, everything will shatter just as it did before. But I am the potter, and you are the clay. Even the shattered pieces are not lost to me. I am breathing into the dust of your disappointments, and I am forming something more resilient than your trauma. I am teaching you the art of the open palm. When you open your hands to me, you are not losing control. You are finally releasing the weight of a world you were never meant to carry alone. I see the way you handle your resources, the way you count, the way you worry, the way you feel a pang of guilt for even the smallest of joys. That is the ghost of not enough whispering in your ear. It is the echo of a house where love was measured by what you could do, and provision was a tool of control. I am breaking that cycle. I am your provider, and my economy is not based on scarcity. It is based on my infinite nature. When I tell you that I am opening the windows of heaven, I am not talking about a transaction. I am talking about a transformation. I want you to look at your bank account, your pantry, and your dreams, and see my signature on every line. You are not a beggar at the table of life. You are a child of the King, and the inheritance is already yours. Do you remember the nights when you lay awake, listening to the muffled arguments or the deafening silence from the other room? I was there in the shadows, singing a melody you could not yet hear. I was keeping watch when no one else was. I am the father who never falls asleep, who never misses a milestone, who never turns his back when you make a mistake. And I am the mother who gathers you under her wings, whose love is a fierce and tender fortress. You are being reparented by the divine. I am going deeper now, into the very cells of your body where the tension has lived for decades. I am loosening the knots in your shoulders. I am calming the rhythm of your pulse. I am smoothing out the furrows in your brow. You have been a soldier for so long, guarding a heart that was wounded by those who should have protected it. You can lay down your armor now. You are in a sanctuary where the weapons of criticism and neglect have no power. I am speaking to the part of you that still feels like it has to explain itself to justify its existence. You do not need to explain why you are here. You are here because I dreamed of you before time began. I am the God of the why, but I am also the God of the be. Just be. Just breathe. Just exist in the warmth of my regard. I am looking at you right now, and I am not looking for what you can do for me. I am simply looking at you with a love that makes the stars seem dim. I want to heal the way you view authority. You have spent your life trying to appease the unappeasable. You have looked at those in power and seen the faces of your past, the anger, the indifference, the fickleness. But I am the King of Kings, and my scepter is made of mercy. I am the authority who uses his power to lift you up, not to keep you down. I am the leader who serves you. Can you wrap your mind around that? I, the creator of the universe, am here to serve your healing. I am here to wash your feet, to dry your tears, and to restore your soul. The world told you that you were too much, or not enough, or just in the way. The world told you that your voice did not matter, that your pain was an inconvenience, that your needs were a demand. I am rewriting those lies with the ink of my own blood. I am saying you are precious. You are desired. You are essential. Without you, the tapestry of my kingdom is incomplete. You have a seat at my table, and it has your name carved into it. No one else can take it. Stay in this space. Do not rush to the next thing. The healing is happening in the pauses. It is happening in the moments when you choose to believe me over your memories. It is happening as the frozen parts of your heart begin to thaw under the steady gaze of my love. We are clearing the ground. We are removing the stones of resentment and the weeds of bitterness. We are preparing the soil for a harvest of joy that will sustain you for the rest of your days. You are safe. You are so very safe. Let the silence be a blanket, not a threat. Let the stillness be a song of victory. We are going to walk through every room of your history together, and one by one, we are going to turn on the lights. Every dark corner where shame has hidden, every closet where fear has stored its secrets, I am bringing the light of my truth there. And you will find that in the light, the monsters of your past were just shadows that disappeared when the morning star arose in your heart. And you will find that in the light, the monsters of your past were just shadows that disappeared when the morning star arose in your heart. Look now at the hallway of your 7-year-old self, that stretch of linoleum or carpet that felt like a gauntlet you had to run. I see the child you were, sitting on the bottom step, ears strained for the sound of a key in the lock, wondering if today would be a day of sunshine or a day of storms. You learned to read the weather of a parent's mood before you learned to read a book. You became an expert in the atmosphere of a house, knowing by the weight of a footfall or the click of a door whether you should be seen or whether you should disappear. I was there in that hallway. I was the silent companion sitting on the step beside you, wrapping my arms around your trembling shoulders, though you could not yet feel the warmth of my skin. I am reclaiming that hallway now. It is no longer a place of bracing for impact. It is a corridor of peace. Every time you were told you were just like the parent who hurt you, a heavy stone was placed in your backpack. You have been carrying a lineage of pain that was never yours to bear. But I am the one who defines your true DNA. Your spiritual heritage is not one of brokenness or betrayal. It is one of glory and light. I am reaching into that backpack, and I am removing those stones one by one. The stone of you are a disappointment. The stone of you are too sensitive. The stone of you will never amount to anything. I am casting them into the depths of the sea. Look at the kitchen table of your youth. It was often a place where silence was a weapon or words were shards of glass. You learned to eat your meals with a knot in your stomach, praying that no one would notice you, or desperate for someone to look at you with eyes of genuine delight. I am sitting at that table with you now. I am taking the bread of those memories, and I am breaking them, not to destroy you, but to release the nourishment that was stolen. I am the parent who never leaves the room when things get difficult. I am the one who listens to the stories you were too afraid to tell because they didn't fit the family's image. I am the father who celebrates your smallest victories with a shout that echoes through the heavens. I am the mother who soothes your fevered brow and tells you that you are safe to fall asleep, for I will never stop watching over you. Recall the bedroom where you laid awake at night, tracing the patterns of light from passing cars on the ceiling, feeling the vastness of your own loneliness. In those hours, the shadows seemed to stretch into the shapes of your fears. You wondered if anyone in the world truly knew the you that lived behind your eyes. I was there in that room. I was the silence that felt like a presence, the one holding your hand when you felt like you were drifting away into an ocean of grief. I am reclaiming those nights. I am turning them into vigils of grace. Every tear that soaked your pillow was collected by me. Not one was lost. They are the seeds of your empathy now. They are the reason you can see the pain in others that the rest of the world misses. Your wounds are being transformed into windows. Through them, my light will shine to others who are still trapped in the dark rooms you once inhabited. But for now, do not worry about the others. This is about you. This is about the little girl who just wanted to be told she was beautiful without having to earn it. This is about the little boy who just wanted to be told he was strong without having to prove it. I am telling you now, you are breathtaking. You are powerful, not because of your performance, but because of my life in you. We are walking into the dining room of your memory, where the air was often thick with things that could not be talked about, the secrets, the addictions, the patterns of dysfunction that span generations. I am the breaker of chains. I am standing at the head of that table, and I am declaring that the cycle ends with you. You will not pass on the crumbs of rejection you were fed. You will pass on a feast of belonging. But first, you must eat. You must let me feed you. Let me replace the bitter herbs of neglect with the honey of my constant presence. Feel the tension leaving your shoulders. The weight of your ancestors' mistakes is not yours to carry. I am lifting the heavy yoke of their expectations off your neck. You are not the keeper of their legacy. You are the pioneer of my kingdom. You are free to be different. You are free to be soft where they were hard and to be honest where they were hidden. The healing is going into the very marrow of your bones. It is reaching into the places where you learned to doubt your own reality because those you loved denied your truth. I am the truth. And I am saying that what you felt was real and what you suffered mattered, but it does not have the final word. I have the final word. And my word over you is rest. My word over you is chosen. My word over you is mine. We are going to stay in this light until every cell of your being remembers what it is like to be loved without conditions. We are going to stay until the voice of the accuser, which sounds so much like the voices of your past, is drowned out by the song of my favor. You are not a project to be fixed. You are a beloved child to be held, and I will hold you as long as it takes for the shivering to stop. Can you feel the warmth beginning to seep into the places that have been frozen for decades? It is a gentle thaw, not a violent one. I am taking you back, even now, to the hallways of that house where you learned to hold your breath. I see the child who stood behind the door, listening to the tone of a voice to decide if it was safe to come out. I was there then, though you could not see me through the fog of your fear. I was the one whispering, "Endure, my little one, I am coming for you." And now I have arrived. We are walking together through those rooms, but the shadows are fleeing before us. Every room where you felt you had to shrink to fit their expectations is being expanded by my glory. I am reclaiming the kitchen where the air was thick with unspoken tension. I am reclaiming the bedroom where you cried into your pillow, wondering what was wrong with you, that you weren't enough to make them stay or enough to make them kind. Hear me now. There was never anything wrong with you. You were a seedling planted in dry ground, yet look how you have reached for the light. Your thirst was not a sign of weakness. It was a sign of your soul's refusal to die. I am pouring the living water of my validation into those cracks in your heart. You spent so many years trying to be the adult, trying to manage their emotions, trying to be the bridge that held the family together until your own back was breaking. I am taking that weight now. I am the bridge. I am the pillar. You are allowed to be the child. You are allowed to fall apart in my arms because I am the one who gathers the pieces. I am looking into your eyes, the eyes that learn to scan for danger, and I am telling you to look at my peace. See how my expression never shifts. My love is not a moving target. You do not have to perform to keep my gaze. I am not like the father who only noticed you when you achieved, nor am I like the mother whose love was a currency she withheld to maintain control. My love is a gift, signed in the blood of my covenant, and it is yours simply because you exist. We are going to sit here in the quiet for a while, because I know you are afraid of the silence. To you, silence meant the cold shoulder, the withdrawal of affection, the punishment of being ignored. But my silence is a sanctuary. It is the quiet of a garden at dawn. In this silence, I am mending the frayed nerves of your childhood. I am smoothing out the wrinkles of anxiety that have lived in your brow since you were 6 years old. I am speaking to the part of you that still feels like an orphan even when you are surrounded by people. You are not an orphan. You are a royal heir, and your inheritance is not the bitterness of your bloodline, but the sweetness of my spirit. I am even now rewriting the stories you tell yourself about your worth. When the memory of that stinging criticism rises, the one that told you that you would never amount to anything, I am overriding it with my roar of approval. I am the God who sees the hidden gold in you that they were too blind to acknowledge. I am the God who remembers every drawing you made that wasn't put on the fridge, every song you sang that no one listened to, every tear you shed that went uncomforted. I have kept them all in my bottle, and I am turning those tears into the very wine we are drinking at this table. You are being restored. Can you feel it? It's like a soft rain on parched earth. We are going to go deeper still, into the roots of your identity, into the very source of your personality. I am untangling who you are from who you had to become to survive them. The you that is loud and joyful, the you that is sensitive and soft, I am bringing that person out of the shadows. You don't have to wear the armor anymore. The armor served you in the desert, but we are in the promised land now, and the armor is only making you heavy. Let me unbuckle the breastplate of self-protection. Let me take off the helmet of overthinking. You are safe. I am your wall of fire. I am your shield. Nothing can get to you unless it passes through me first, and I only let through what will refine you. The abandonment you feared is an impossibility now. I have carved your name into the palms of my hands, those hands that are now cupping your face, lifting your chin, forcing you to see that you are beautiful, you are whole, and you are spectacularly loved. We are staying in this moment. Do not rush to the next task. Do not worry about the how of tomorrow. Just stay in the who of today. I am the I am, and I am here, and I am yours. I want to talk to you about the holidays, the birthdays, the moments when the sting was sharpest. I know how you braced yourself for the disappointment, how you learned to expect the letdown so it wouldn't hurt as much when it came. I am healing the expectation of disappointment. I am teaching your heart to hope again. It is a dangerous thing to hope when you have been wounded, I know. It feels like exposing your soft underbelly to a blade. But I am not the blade. I am the balm. I am teaching you that it is safe to want things, to ask for things, to believe that good things are coming to you. I am reversing the famine. Where there was a famine of words, I am giving you a feast of my word. Where there was a famine of touch, I am wrapping you in the tangible presence of my spirit. I am even reaching into your physical body, into the stomach that knots up when you hear a certain tone of voice, into the head that aches from the pressure of trying to figure everything out. Peace, be still. I am speaking to your nervous system. I am telling your fight or flight response that the war is over. You won not by fighting, but by being mine. We are going to dismantle the lies one by one. The lie that you are a burden. The lie that you are too much. The lie that you are not enough. These are not your thoughts. They are the echoes of a broken past. I am silencing the echoes. I am giving you a new song, a new frequency to live from. You are not the product of a broken home. You are the product of my creative genius. Your story didn't start with your parents. It started in my heart before the foundations of the world were laid. They were just a chapter, a difficult one, yes, but they are not the author. I am the author, and I am writing a plot twist that will leave you breathless with joy. I am gathering the years the locusts have eaten, the years of your childhood that were stolen by their addiction, their anger, or their absence, and I am multiplying the fruit of your remaining years to make up for it. You will have a double portion of peace for all the shame you endured. Just breathe. Just be. I am not going anywhere. Let us walk through the architecture of your soul together. I see the places where you built walls out of bricks of survival, thinking that if you made yourself small enough, the anger would not find you. I am touching those walls now, and they are turning into windows. I want you to remember the scent of the house you grew up in. Maybe it was the smell of stale smoke, or the sharp tang of cleaning chemicals used to hide a mess. or perhaps just the cold, sterile scent of a home where no one ever laughed. I am replacing those scents with the fragrance of my garden, with the smell of rain on thirsty ground and the sweetness of honey. I am going into the memory of the phone call you waited for that never came. I am going into the doorway where you stood, watching a car drive away, carrying the person who was supposed to protect you. I am standing in that doorway now, and I am telling you, I am the one who stays. I am the one who never leaves through the gate. I am reclaiming the milestones. The graduations where you looked for a face in the crowd and saw an empty seat, or a face that was there but looked everywhere but at you. I was there. I was the one standing in the back, applauding so loud the heavens shook. I am healing the hurry up and be perfect frequency that has been playing in the back of your mind like a broken record. You have spent your life running a race against a shadow, trying to win an approval that was never available to give. I am stopping the clock. The race is over. You do not have to win me over. I am already won. I am looking at the way you handle your own mistakes now, the way you berate yourself with their voice when you drop a glass or lose your keys. That voice is not yours, and it certainly is not mine. I am replacing that harsh inner critic with the sound of my gentle whisper. When you stumble, I do not point a finger, I offer a hand. I am healing the fear of being too much or too loud. Perhaps you were told to be quiet, to be seen and not heard, to stay out of the way of their drama. I am giving you your voice back. I am giving you permission to take up space, to breathe deeply, to laugh until your ribs ache. I am healing the orphan spirit that makes you feel like you have to provide everything for yourself, that makes you feel like a guest in your own life. You are not a guest. You are an heir. Everything I have is yours. I am clearing the clutter of their disappointments from your mind. They had dreams they did not reach, and they tried to make your life a second chance for their own ego. I am severing that tether. You are not a do-over for them. You are a brand new thing. I am healing the physical tension in your jaw, the way you grind your teeth at night because you are still bracing for an impact that happened 20 years ago. I am placing my hands over your face, smoothing the lines of worry, telling your muscles they can finally let go. You are safe. You are held. You are protected. I'm even going into the future, to the holidays and the family gatherings that still feel like minefields. I am going before you to level the mountains. I am giving you a third way to exist, not as a victim, and not as a rebel, but as a beloved child who is no longer defined by the brokenness of the parents. I am putting a new ring on your finger and a new robe on your back. This robe is made of peace, and it is woven without seams. It cannot be torn by their words. It cannot be stained by their choices. I am teaching you how to be a parent to yourself, guided by my spirit. The parts of you that were never nurtured, the parts that are still 5 years old and crying in the dark, I am picking them up. I am rocking them to sleep. I am telling them that the monsters were real, but the Savior is more real. I am taking the shrapnel of the sharp words they threw at you, the "you will never amount to anything," the "why cannot you be like your sibling," the "you are just a burden," and I am turning those shards of glass into diamonds. I am using the very things that were meant to destroy you to decorate your crown. You are becoming a person of such profound empathy because of what you survived, but you will no longer have to bleed to be kind. Your kindness will come from a place of overflow, not a place of wounding. Just stay here with me for a moment. Feel the weight of my hand on your head. This is the blessing you never received. This is the well done you never heard. This is the I love you that does not have any strings attached. I am not loving you for what you can do for me. I am loving you because I made you and you are wonderful. I am soaking into the marrow of your bones, washing away the generational exhaustion. You come from a long line of people who did not know how to love, but that line stops with you. You are the beginning of a new map. You are the pioneer of a healed heart. We are not done yet, my love. There are deeper layers, quieter rooms, but we will go there together. You do not have to go back to the past alone. I am the Lord of time, and I am walking with you through every memory until every single one is lit with my glory. Rest now. Let the healing work happen while you just exist. I am the author, and the next chapter is more beautiful than you can imagine. Let us walk softly into the room of your childhood where you first learned to shrink. Do you see the child there, standing in the hallway, holding their breath, trying to read the atmospheric pressure of the house before taking a step? I see that child. I was there then, though you could not feel me through the static of fear. I am placing my hand on that child's shoulder now. We are rewriting the physics of that moment. Where there was a vacuum of affection, I am pouring in a tidal wave of presence. Think of the times you were told your emotions were too much or dramatic. I am validating every tear that was forced back into your eyes. Those tears did not disappear. I bottled them, and now I am using them to water the garden of your future. You were taught that to be loved was to be useful, to be high-achieving, or to be invisible. But I am teaching you the holy art of just being. Look at the way I crafted the lilies. They do not toil, they do not spin, and yet they are clothed in more glory than any king. You are my lily. I am touching the specific memory of that holiday, the one where the tension was so thick it felt like smoke. I am clearing the air. I am standing between you and the shadow of your father's disappointment. I am standing between you and the coldness of your mother's critique. I am a shield of light. When they looked at you and saw a project to be fixed or a mirror of their own failures, they were blind. I see the masterpiece. I see the light that was never extinguished, even when they tried to blow it out. I am untying the knots in your stomach that tighten whenever the phone rings or a certain tone of voice is used. That is your nervous system trying to protect you from a ghost. But the ghost has no power here. I am recalibrating your heart to beat to the rhythm of peace, not the rhythm of fight or flight. We are going deeper now, into the DNA of your spirit. I am scrubbing away the lies that say you are difficult to love or inherently flawed. These were stories told to you by people who were reading their own pain out loud. They weren't reading your truth. They were reciting their own tragedy. I am giving you permission to let go of the responsibility of fixing them. You were never meant to be the parent to your parents. You were never meant to be the bridge that held their broken marriage together. I am releasing the weight of their expectations from your shoulders. Feel them slide off like a heavy, rain-soaked coat. You can stand tall now. Your spine is being strengthened by my grace. Let us look at the gifts you developed while you were surviving. You became hypervigilant, yes, but I am transforming that into a supernatural discernment. You became a peacemaker to keep the house quiet, but I am transforming that into a true ministry of reconciliation. The survival skills of your trauma are being redeemed into the spiritual gifts of your destiny. You are not losing the parts of you that kept you alive. You are finally getting to use them for joy instead of just for safety. I am walking with you into the silence of the bedroom where you cried yourself to sleep, wondering what was wrong with you. I am whispering into that silence. Nothing is wrong with you. You are the light of the world. I am holding that younger version of you until the shaking stops. We will stay in this space as long as it takes. There is no rush. My patience is an ocean and we are only on the shore. I want to show you the house I am building for you. It is a house where the doors do not slam. It is a house where the laughter is honest and the rest is deep. I am the foundation of this house, and the walls are built of my promises. You are moving out of the ruins of your ancestry and into the palace of my inheritance. Do you feel the warmth returning to your hands? That is the circulation of my spirit, bringing life back to the places that went numb so long ago. Even the memories that feel like jagged stones, the forgotten birthdays, the harsh comparisons, the conditional I love yous, I am taking them one by one. I am not throwing them away, for they are part of your story, but I am dipping them in the gold of my redemption. They will be the evidence of how far we have come. You will look at them one day and they will no longer have the power to make you flinch. They will be like museum pieces of a war that has ended. Lean into me. Let the sighs come. Let the shaking come if it must. It is just the old structure falling down to make room for the new. I am not a father who leaves. I am not a mother who forgets. I am the one who knit you together in the secret place, and I have never taken my eyes off you for a single second. I was proud of you when you were just surviving, but oh, my child, imagine how I will rejoice as I watch you thrive. The map of your family tree has been a map of droughts and dry wells, but I have struck the rock, and a spring is gushing forth in you. You are the one who will teach the next generation how to breathe. You are the one who will show them that a home can be a sanctuary, not a cage. I am changing your spiritual DNA. The anxiety that felt like a family heirloom is being replaced by a peace that transcends understanding. Let us sit in the quiet room of your self-worth. For years, this room was filled with the echoes of their voices, judging every move. I am soundproofing this room with my love. Now when you enter this space, you will hear only my heartbeat. I am replacing the scripts they gave you. When the old voice says, "You are failing," my voice will say, "You are growing." When the old voice says, "You are too much," my voice will say, "You are a masterpiece of complexity." I am healing the phantom pains of the heart, the hurts that should not still ache but do. I am applying the oil of joy to those invisible scars. You have been so strong for so long, acting as your own protector, your own provider, your own comfort. You can resign from those positions now. I am taking over the watch. I am the guard at the gate of your heart. You can sleep, truly sleep, for the first time in your life. Look at your hands. They were meant to create, not just to catch the falling pieces of other people's lives. I am restoring your creativity. I am bringing back the hobbies, the dreams, and the passions that you buried because there was not enough room for your joy and their sorrow in the same house. I am giving you back your yes. I am giving you back your no. Both are holy when they come from a place of wholeness. We are walking through the hallway of your adolescence now, the years where you felt like an alien in your own skin. I am standing with you at the lockers, in the back of the car, at the dinner table. I am covering those moments with a blanket of my glory. I am telling that teenager that they are beautiful, that they are seen, and that they are going to make it. I am the bridge between who you were and who you are becoming, and not a single part of you will be lost in the crossing. This is the internal architecture of a soul being rebuilt. It is a slow, sacred construction. Every brick is laid with a kiss. Every beam is reinforced with an eternal promise. You are not a broken person trying to be whole. You are a whole person who is being uncovered from the debris. The debris is falling away now. Can you see it? The light is hitting the parts of you that have not seen the sun in decades. It is warm, isn't it? It is the warmth of a parent who actually sees their child. I am removing the mask you had to wear to be safe. The mask of the perfect child, the stoic one, the joker. You do not have to perform for me. I love the person behind the mask, the one who is a little messy, a little tired, and deeply precious. I am looking into your eyes, and I am not looking for a reason to criticize. I am looking for a reason to celebrate, and I am finding a million reasons in every heartbeat. Stay here. The atmosphere is shifting. The air is getting lighter. The gravity of your past is losing its pull. You are learning to walk on the water of my grace, and you will not sink. We have more to see, more to heal, but for now, just breathe in the oxygen of a world where you are completely, irrevocably wanted. Let us walk now into the hallways of your inner house, the ones where the wallpaper is peeling from years of neglected warmth. You have been a caretaker of this structure for so long, trying to patch the cracks with achievements and forced smiles, but I am here as the master architect to do what you cannot. We are standing together in the foyer of your 10-year-old self. Can you see that child? They are standing by the window, watching for a car that arrives too late, or perhaps they are bracing for a voice that always carries the coldness of a winter gale. I see the way your small hands gripped the windowsill, the way you tried to make yourself invisible so you wouldn't be the target of a frustration that had nothing to do with you. Listen to me. That frustration was never your burden to carry. Your mother's sorrow was not your fault. Your father's absence was not a reflection of your value. I am stepping into that memory now, and I am placing my hand on that child's shoulder. I am turning them away from the window and toward the light of my own face. I am saying, "You are the pride of my heart." I am undoing the knots in your stomach that formed every time you heard those footsteps on the porch. I am replacing the duty to be perfect with the freedom to be a child. Think of the moments when you felt like an inconvenience. Maybe it was a Tuesday evening when you wanted to show a drawing you were proud of, but the air in the room was too heavy with their stress. Maybe it was the way they looked through you, rather than at you, as if you were a ghost in your own home. I have gathered those discarded drawings. I have kept every look at me you ever whispered into the silence. I am pinning them to the walls of the universe. To me, your simplest breath is a masterpiece. I am healing the part of you that learned to read the room before you learned to read books. You became a scholar of their moods, an expert in the weather of their temperaments, just to survive. But in my presence, the weather is always mercy. The climate is always grace. You can stop scanning the horizon for storms. I am your horizon, and I am clear and bright. I am reaching into the well of lack, that deep, aching hole in your center where a father's affirmation should have been, or where a mother's tenderness should have flowed like a river. It feels like a vacuum, doesn't it? A hunger that no amount of success can quite satisfy. I am pouring myself into that well. I am not a trickle, I am a flood. I am the Abba who does not leave when things get difficult. I am the mother who does not withhold affection as a weapon of control. I am the parent who is actually impressed by you, not because of what you do, but because of who you are. I am taking the red pen of their criticism, the one that circled every mistake and ignored every triumph, and I am breaking it in two. In its place, I am giving you a golden thread to weave a new story. You are not too much, and you are certainly not enough. You are exactly the volume I intended for my song. Let us move into the kitchen of your past, where the silences were loudest. I am sitting at the table with you. I am eating the meal with you. I am listening to the stories you were told were boring or unimportant. I want to hear about the bug you found in the grass. I want to hear about the dream you had that scared you. Nothing is too small for my attention. I am resensitizing the parts of you that had to go numb. It is okay to feel the sting now because my hand is on the wound. The numbness was a shield, but it also kept the love out. I am melting the ice. It might feel like a cold shiver at first, but it is the herald of spring. You are learning that it is safe to be vulnerable again. You are learning that your heart is not a glass ornament waiting to be smashed, but a garden that I am tending. I am pulling the weeds of I must earn love and I am only as good as my last performance. I am planting the seeds of I am loved because I exist. Can you feel the shift in your breathing? The tightness in your solar plexus is beginning to unravel. That is the grip of an ancient fear finally letting go. You are no longer the child waiting for permission to be happy. I give you that permission. I give you the keys to the house. You are a co-heir to everything I am. We are going to look at the photos of your life, the ones where you are smiling but your eyes are pleading. I am looking into those eyes and saying, I see you. I have always seen you. I never looked away even when they did. I am the witness to your hidden tears. I am the collector of your secret hopes. We are building a new foundation, one that doesn't shake when the people you love fail you. You are anchored in the unfailing. You are rooted in the unchanging. I am rewriting your lineage. The trauma you inherited ends with me. The cycles of silence and the patterns of shame are being broken. I am standing at the threshold of your family tree, and I am declaring a holy stop to the darkness. From you, a new line will grow, one nourished by the waters of affirmation and the light of truth. You are not a damaged branch. You are the place where the tree starts to bloom again. Even the physical body is responding. The tension in your neck, the way you carry the weight of the world on your shoulders, it is falling away. I am your strength, so you don't have to be strong anymore. You can be soft. You can be held. Do you remember the feeling of being small and wanting to be picked up? I am picking you up now. I am carrying you over the thresholds you thought you had to cross alone. Every milestone you reached without a parent's cheer, I am cheering for now. Every accomplishment they ignored, I am celebrating with a feast. There is no expiration date on my validation. It is retroactive. It is eternal. Stay in this embrace. Let the architecture of your soul continue to settle into this new shape, the shape of a child who is finally home.